What's up, my dudes? Okay, we're going to be talking about Jett Lawrence passing Eli Tomac at the Glendale 450 main event. The reason why I wanted to come in here and make a video on this is just because I've seen some crazy, weird opinions floating around out there where people really don't understand what the hell they're saying. So, you know, Galaxy Boy got to come out here and straighten that shit out, you know what I'm saying, dog? Like, we have the keen ability of doing that, okay? So, what I've kind of seen out there is people are kind of acting like with this Jett Lawrence passing Eli Tomac here for, third place. This wasn't even for a win. And last round, anybody remember when, Tomac got like a third place start and just went back to like 13th for no good reason at all? Everybody and their grandma tried to blame it on like 69,000 different things. But it wasn't the shock, it wasn't this, it wasn't that, so then people just have to blame arm pump, You start to realize how that doesn't make any fucking sense. None of that makes any sense. Anyways, then people go to this conclusion of like, well, it's just like basically the passing of the torch, the whatever you want to call it. Like, this looks like, basically like Tomac is passing being the best guy out there over to Jett Lawrence, with him passing him like that. Basically, people are saying things like, man, this feels like a passing of the guard that Eli Tomac is doing. And man, that hits hard. Like, if you're a Tomac fan, almost like people getting sad that it's sort of like Tomac's not as good anymore or something like that. Listen, guys, what the hell are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Y'all act like you're so surprised, or it's so, like, weird to see Tomac in this position or something. Bro, like, you do realize he had one of the most gnarly injuries you can possibly have. He was already not even for sure that he was going to race in 2023 Supercross, okay? But then he has the crazy injury, and he tells all of you guys that he just didn't want to end his career on that note. See, a lot of y'all boys, it's like you've somehow tricked yourself up that, like, Tomac was going to come back in 2024 and be the exact same guy that he was in 2023, so now you're all confused that he's not the same Tomac that he was in 2023, and you're trying to act like, well, yeah, Tomac's just done now, he's just finished now, bro. Yep, bro, he was done the second that he landed and he ruptured his Achilles. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Y'all act like he's done now, or he's not the same Tomac now. I'm confused at this. People acting like it's a passing of the guard, or it's a passing of the torch, because this is not the same equivalent if, like, you had Tomac in his prime, or even just Tomac in 2023 out there, battling with Jett Lawrence, and Jett Lawrence just ran him down and passed him and beat him. That's not what this is right here. A lot of people are getting very confused, and it's almost like they're making it sound like that's what it is. This is not a case of Jett Lawrence is so much better, or Jett Lawrence is on a whole nother level, or Jett Lawrence is taking over, as much as it is Tomac had the injury last year, so of course he's not going to be the same Tomac this year. It's not even like a fair comparison. It's not even like a fair battle. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not the same Tomac that you know of out here battling with Jett Lawrence. I promise you, even if you would have just had the Tomac from last year, Jett Lawrence would not have just ran him down and passed him that easily. Okay? Like, it just wouldn't have happened. So, he was planning on really retiring more like last year or the year before, but since he had the injury, he's just going out there and trying to end his career on a different note. This is not like, shit, man, Tomac went out there and he tried, bro, and he just, he just ain't got it no more. That's not what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? That's just not what it is. This is a farewell season for Tomac, but he didn't really want to admit that or just come out and say that before the season started. But that is literally what this is. This is what I was trying to tell y'all boys back there when I said Tomac ain't coming back. And y'all boys try to be like, oh, you're wrong, Spencer. Tomac's coming back. And then when he announced that he was technically coming back, I told y'all boys, yeah, he can try to come back, but he's not going to be the same Tomac, so it's not going to be the same, like, anything that you try to compare, like, people talking about they want to see, like, the Jett Lawrence-Tomac battle, or they want to see, how Tomac's going to stack up with the rest of the field. Well, you can't really say any of that now. You can't really make any of those comparisons now because, again, it's not the same Tomac. It's like you're out there, you're comparing like a 5 or 10% lesser Tomac than a normal Tomac, and you're trying to like act like it's the same Tomac, but all of a sudden he's just lost his ability, or he's just gotten too old, or he's just not as fast as the young guns anymore. No, he ruptured his Achilles when he was already on his way out in the first place, and so now he's just going out there for the farewell season. That's what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I say everybody, a lot of people are just simply getting this confused here, because in their heads, they've built this whole thing up to be, Tomac's coming back, bro. The second that he announced he was coming back after the injury, they have tricked their whole brains up and brainwashed themselves into thinking Tomac's going to come back. He's going to be like the same guy he was in 23. He's going for the championship. He's going to battle Jett Lawrence. That's just your own damn fault for thinking that way. That's literally your own damn fault. You know what I mean? So don't play stupid now and try to act like, oh, bro, it's like sad to see Tomac's not on the same level anymore, or man, it's like Jett Lawrence is just so much better. He ran him down and passed him super easy. Nobody expected that. Damn, like what's going on with Tomac, man? Like, how is Tomac going from getting a third place start all the way back to 13th. Gee, I don't know. Maybe the fucking ruptured Achilles tendon, Maybe that. Maybe, like I say, it would have been different if Tomac ruptured his Achilles literally in like 2016 or 2017 or something, but this is not the same Tomac, but not because he's just lost his skills. It's because of the fucking injury. This is what I've been trying to say the whole time, okay? Similar to like, when Roczen, after he had his arm injuries, and then he came out there like the very next year, and he was just not the same guy. You remember that? Remember that shit? You see how many years it's taken Roczen to even somewhat come back to the Roczen that you knew of way back there? Like when he was really going for it on the original Suzuki team. You see how long it took him to come back from that hardcore of an injury? Well, that's the same thing that's going on with Tomac, but he ain't going to stay around long enough for you to see him somewhat come back to the actual Tomac that you know of. Do you understand my whole point here? You understand what I'm getting at? This is just like Tomac's coming back to not literally end his career on the ruptured Achilles. He ain't trying to actually really battle Jett. He ain't trying to actually really win this championship. He is simply doing a farewell season. Okay? The quicker y'all boys understand that, the more that all this will make sense to you. I'm telling you. The quicker you understand that injury has affected Tomac a lot more than a lot of y'all boys want to admit, the quicker you understand all this shit, I'm telling you, the better off you're going to be. And the more that all of this is going to make sense to you. Like I say, this is way more about Tomac's injury making him a different rider than it is, oh my God, Jett Lawrence is just, oh my God, he's that good, and he ran down like Tomac at 100%, you know, full-blown Tomac. Like, it's just not that, dog. It's just not that, dog.